I've just finished a wee yoga practice, which is something that I do multiple times a week, but I find I'm more drawn to do it in the lighter months. There's just something really lovely about starting your day with yoga and stretching out your body. I find it really puts me in a really good mindset for the day going forwards. I would never say I'm an expert yogi, but I have been practicing yoga for probably about 6 or 7 years now, and it's one of those habits that really has stuck for me because it makes such a positive impact on my life. I sometimes do my own practices, or I follow a YouTube tutorial, so Boho Beautiful are probably my favourite YouTube channel out. I just think that they're wonderful teachers and they always shoot really beautiful yoga videos, often outside. And this week I really wanted to chat a little bit about my healthy, slow kind of summer habits and routines. I've said before that this is a season that I don't always enjoy. You know, I'm not great in the heat. With being a bit of a redhead, I burn really easily and I get a bit overwhelmed when it gets really busy, but I've made a point, especially this year, of really trying to see the upsides to summer, which of course there are many, and kind of try and romanticize this season a wee bit. I've never been someone that enjoys wearing kind of tight active wear. I much prefer looser clothing, whether I'm doing yoga or more of like a high intensity workout. So I'm actually wearing this top here and these shorts that are actually both from Organic Basics, who I'm delighted to be partnering again on this video. I continue to work with Organic Basics because I deeply admire their environmental commitments. If you haven't heard of them before, Organic Basics are a carbon neutral company based in Copenhagen, and all their clothing is ethically made using either organic, recycled or eco-friendly materials. I'm currently wearing one of their new True tees. This range is all made from 100% GOTS certified organic cotton. Like all of Organic Basics products, these t-shirts are incredibly comfortable, super high quality, and are made in classic styles, which means I can easily mix and match them with my capsule wardrobe. What I'm currently wearing is one of their cropped boxy tees. I really love a cropped t-shirt or a cropped jumper. It's something that I never used to wear, but have done more and more so because I especially love wearing them over things like shorts or even over dresses, which is a really fun thing to do in the summer, considering I live in Scotland, so a lot of the time it's too cold to wear just a dress. So kindly sent me another one of their t-shirts. This is their boxy fit True tee. This one's not cropped and it's in midnight blue, which is one of my favourite colours of theirs. They've got such a beautiful colour palette, and I feel like that's something they've really expanded in recent years, which I definitely appreciate because I'm trying to add a little bit more colour into my wardrobe. These are perfect for wearing casually just around the house, but I also feel like they'd be great to customise and be able to like tie for, like if you want like a tighter fit, you can tie them really easily because you've got a bit of extra material to do that, and I think I'll definitely do that over a couple of dresses. And I also got True tees on there that aren't that boxy style, so they're a little bit more fitted, and this one is in their colour Eucalyptus. I love greens, and this is a shade of green that I actually don't currently have in my wardrobe, so I was really chuffed to receive this. And it's an incredibly versatile t-shirt. I mean, I can see myself wearing this all year round, but I think it's an especially lovely colour for the summer months. And if you would like to try some of their products themselves, they are very generously offering my audience 15% off their entire range if you use the code HippieXOB that I will pop in the description down below, as well as the links to all of these products. Thank you so much to Organic Basics for sponsoring this portion of the video. It's been a pleasure working with you. I've just arrived at our local farm shop at Rothimercus, which is a lovely wee store that I like to come to often, especially in the summer months, because they have a lot more fresh seasonal produce. I don't have the budget to get all of my food shopping from places like farm shops, stuff like that. I still do go to supermarkets, but I do think it's nice to support them where I can, so I just get bits and bobs, and it's also just a nice place to have a little bit of a mooch around. I love looking around farm shops because they have, you know, food and drink, but they also have like gifts and stuff. So I thought we'd stop by together and go and see what we can find. Got the goods, had a nice wee mooch around the farm shop, but before I go home and show you what I got, I'm going to go and do another one of my favourite summer routines. There really is something special about reading outside at this time of year, and it's a lovely morning. It's a little bit breezy, but the sun's out and the loch's looking beautiful. I've come down to Loch Morlick, which is like a little woodland, little beachy area, and it's a really idyllic spot, so I thought I would take my boat with me. I'm using this one at the moment. A really nice summer ritual. So I'll share with you my mini haul. I got some of my favourite hummus that I always got from that farm shop. I get 2 of these because they have good dates on them, which is one of the reasons I like them. I got some gnocchi because a lot of gnocchi actually isn't vegan. A lot of the stuff in the supermarket has milk powder in it, I think, to make it look more white. So this one's gluten-free and vegan. And then I mostly got fruits and veggies, so I got these rather delicious looking local strawberries. Can never resist those whenever I go in. I got a squash and some sweet potatoes, all coming in paper bags, which is great. And I got some, what's it getting here? 3 carrots and a couple of apples, which again look really lovely. And then I was a little bit naughty. I've seen this before when I was in there and I resisted, but I thought if it's there when I go back, then it must be fate. I got myself a mug. I have a problem. I can't resist a beautiful mug, but in my defence, I broke one of my favourite mug a few weeks ago now. So I do have a little bit of room for another one, and this one is gorgeous. It's like dandelions, which if you know me or anything about me, dandelions are one of my favourite plants. They're actually part of my brand, like in my logo. I love them that much, and I thought this would be the perfect like spring summer mug in particular, because I have a more autumnal mug that I like to get out at that time of year. So this is a perfect summer mug to enjoy a nice cup of tea in. So very happy with my wee haul. I tend to associate baking with more of an autumn-winter activity, but I've actually been getting back into it this summer and specifically trying to find more recipes that are slightly healthier baking, because I like to have sweet treats, but I've noticed that I feel a bit better if I try and reduce too much sugar or like highly processed ingredients. So in those muffins, they're banana and chocolate chip, but I use spelt flour as the recipe suggested, so that's a little bit less processed, a little bit better for my tummy. So hopefully they turn out okay. They're in the oven right now. I love anything banana related, so I'm sure they will be yummy. And I showed this little book. It's already filthy. I've not even had it for that long, but I got it actually probably a few months ago, because I don't know about you, but I find recipes online can be quite jarring. There's often like a lot of adverts and stuff on those pages, and I find it tedious having to like load up a recipe every time I want to use it. So what I tend to do is I save links on my Notion. I have a food planner that I also sell on my Etsy store on my Notion, so save recipe links on there, but the ones that I feel like I'm going to use quite often I end up writing out in this, because it's just, I just got this at Amazon I think. It's just like preset, so you can write out your own recipes, and I find it a lot more calming way to cook and to bake. And also some in here are my own recipes or my own adaptations of recipes, because a lot of the time I'll start with a recipe and change it so much that it's really different, but I can't remember how I've changed it when I go back to it. So yeah, it's handy. I'll link it down below in case you want to get yourself one of these. Nice bit of summer baking on what has turned out to be a bit of a grey afternoon, but I suppose that's a Scottish summer. Something that I actually really enjoy doing in the summer is to watch movies. I like to escape a little bit from the heat or the crowds or the hay fever I also suffer from, and especially on gay days like today, they're a little bit grayer. I love to snuggle up with a good classic summer movie. For me, my ultimate favourite is Dirty Dancing. I tend to watch that every year, but I love reading like lists and recommendations of summer movies to enjoy and try and watch at least one new one every year. And today I'm actually due my period, so I am not feeling 100%. I thought it was the perfect afternoon to indulge in this little ritual. And the film I've chosen to watch is Magic in the Moonlight, because I watched Darling Desai's Getting Ready for Summer video. She's one of my favourite YouTubers. She always has some fantastic recommendations, books, films, etc. And she mentioned that one, and it's not one I've seen before, but it has Colin Firth in it, who obviously I love. It has Emma Stone in it, and it just looks like a really lovely, feel-good film. And of course, it's set in a beautiful summery setting. I've got myself in my comfy, so this is just the t-shirt that's actually part of my merchandise on my Tmall store. I designed this one, and I don't know if you're going to see this, but I'm going to go all the way back. I'm in my sweats that are also Organic Basics. This is my period, or getting ready for my period uniform. They're just so ridiculously comfortable, so I'm getting all set. And I've also got the goods. I went to the shop and decided to treat myself to a little bit of popcorn and properly take some time out this afternoon. Sky's away with her dad, going on a nice long walk, which I'm sure they'll enjoy. So it's just going to be us this afternoon, and let's go and get cozy.